Social Zoom Factor, episode 246.
Driving results in business these days takes something special. It's a combination of the right info and the right energy. Pam Moore has both and is here to help you avoid the pitfalls and guide your business and life by leveraging and integrating social media, powerful branding, and digital marketing. Welcome to Social Zoom Factor. Now it's time to live life zoomed.
Are you a small business owner, entrepreneur, or work on a corporate team and tired of wasting money on social media training courses that are nothing more than random videos thrown up on a wall like webinar spaghetti? Finally, there's a solution to get you on the fast track to social media business success and help you learn how to generate brand awareness, leads, and sales without breaking the bank. Visit socialprofitfactor.com and use coupon code ZOOM. Again, that's socialprofitfactor.com, coupon code ZOOM. Hey there, Zoomers, and welcome to Social Zoom Factor. This is your host, Pam Moore. All right, I have a question for you. Do you ever feel as if no matter what you do, you are not achieving the results that you want and you feel you deserve from your investment, the time and the money that you put in to social media, to digital marketing or branding? Well, today I am going to share with you the number one reason why your social media is not working in 2018. And this is part of a bigger series that I'm doing. If you want to access the top 5 reasons your social media isn't working and how to fix it, you must register for my upcoming live webinar training by simply going to socialzoomfactor.com/246webinar. Again, that's socialzoomfactor.com/246webinar. On that webinar, not only am I going to share with you the top 5 reasons your social media strategy is not working, I'm also going to share with you how to fix it, okay? So not only will you get access to all of the beautiful slides and audio, but you will also, after watching the full webinar, receive automatically in your email inbox a full-blown social media strategy Zoom kit. And in that social strategy Zoom kit is going to be packed with resources and templates and worksheets that are going to help you develop that social media strategy and plan and prioritize some of the key things that you need to prioritize so that you can quit wasting time and money. Aren't you tired of wasting time and money? So let's go ahead and let's dig into today's content. So do you feel as if you're doing all the things that the quote unquote experts tell you to do? However, whatever it is you're spending time and money on, maybe it is paid media on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn. Maybe it's social media content that you are just spending hours and hours and hours every week on. Maybe it's live video that you're doing. Maybe it's recorded video. Maybe you're publishing that recorded video on YouTube and Facebook and LinkedIn. Maybe it's influencer marketing. I mean, the list goes on and on. You feel as if you're doing all the right things, but no matter what you do, the results are just not coming in. You're not growing your business. You're not getting the brand awareness that you need. Do you feel as if nobody listens to you, that you're creating this content, but this social web has just become so noisy, you just are ready to throw in the towel? Well, do not throw in the towel, because I'll tell you the number one reason that you are not succeeding and you're not getting the results that you want is you don't have a plan. And you may want to throw something at me right now, and you may be thinking, Pam, but I do have a plan. I know what I'm doing. I'm not doing just random acts of marketing. I actually have a strategy and a methodology for what I'm doing. Okay, this is where I'm going to give you some tough love. You may have a written plan, what you call a plan, but is it really a plan? Do you know what success looks like? What does success look like to you? So when you say, Pam, social media isn't working for me, what does that mean? And I speak and I train all over the globe. I'm getting ready to go to Dubai in the next couple months. I get to take my son and I am so very excited. I mean, I have trained people from all different countries, all different sizes of business, and all different levels of experience. And one of the top questions that I hear, top comments, is just, Pam, social media is not working for me. No matter what I do, I cannot achieve the results I was hoping I would get. But then when I say, okay, what were your objectives? What did success look like to you? People look at me with just this blank face. They're like, well, I wanted to grow my business. How did you want to grow your business? In what way did you want to grow your business? How much did you want to grow your business? When you say you want to grow your business, what does that mean? Are you looking for brand awareness so more people know you exist? Are you looking for more customers that are exactly like the customers you have? Are you looking to grow into a new market? Maybe nobody knows who you are. Are you looking to get your current customers to buy more product or service from you? Are you looking for more loyalty? Are you looking to, stomp one of your local or national or global competitors? What do you mean by grow your business? And people often confuse a list of random acts of marketing tactics that you are doing and that maybe you've prioritized. You maybe have prioritized a list of what we call RAMmies, random acts of marketing. People oftentimes will create that random act of marketing list, and it's exactly that. It's random acts of marketing. That does not equal a plan. Okay, tactics are what is a list of random acts of marketing. So you have a strategy, which is your approach, and you have a plan, which lays out how you are going to execute your social. What are you prioritizing? How are you going to achieve your goals? Random acts of marketing. How do you know if you're guilty of random acts of marketing? Number one is it's not funded. Okay, so you're doing things that you really don't know how you're going to fund that. It's kind of like robbing Peter to pay Paul. Okay, if you've ever heard that saying, you're stealing money, borrowing money from one bucket in your business to fund this list of random acts of marketing, or it could just be one big random act of marketing. Like, okay, we're going to do live video. Why are you going to do live video? How is that going to help you achieve your big goals and objectives? Just because you read a blog post or you read a article or you watch a video from some leader in your industry saying, you have to get on live Facebook video or you're dead, evolve to live video or die, doesn't mean you have to jump ship and go put all your resources on Facebook live video today because somebody told you to do it. Is your audience there? What are you going to do with your audience? How are you going to provide unique value? How are you going to achieve your goals by executing that tactic? You must know the difference between tactics, strategy, and planning. Okay, how are you going to measure success? What does success look like to you? So if you come up to me and you say, Pam, I'm not successful in what I'm doing with social media. It's just not working for me. You better be able to answer, why is it not working? What does success look like to you? What are those key performance indicators, the KPIs, which you're measuring that will drive your success? How do you know if you're successful? If you can't answer those questions, then you don't have a plan. If you don't know what success looks like this month, next month, in 90 days, 180 days, and 12 months from now, I'm sorry, but you don't have a real plan. A list of random acts of marketing that's not funded, not in the plan, is not how you're going to succeed. So the second way that you know you're guilty of random acts of marketing is it's not integrated, right? It's not integrated to everything that you're doing. So you have this random, tactic that you're trying to accomplish, but it's not integrated. So maybe it is live video, but you haven't integrated that into what you're doing with email marketing, what you're doing with paid media, what you're doing with your offline events. Okay. So it's not funded. It's not integrated. Okay. It's not in a plan. So if it's not written down somewhere other than your list of random acts of marketing, it's likely a Rammy. Fourth thing is that it has no metrics for success. So if you don't know what success looks like, guess what? It's a random act of marketing. And the best way that you can stomp random acts of marketing is by making sure that you have a plan and that you are prioritizing everything that you are doing. I mean, real priorities. You know how each thing you're doing is going to help you achieve your goals, okay? Another thing that drives a lack of success with this is you're chasing shiny objects. So you get excited about new announcements that you see from the different social networks, whether that be, something new, a new filter with Instagram stories. And, you get that announcement at 1:00 in the afternoon. And the next thing you know, you've wasted the entire rest of the afternoon figuring out this new filter. Now, is that really helping you achieve your goals, right? Is the social shiny, measurement tool that you just invested hundreds or thousands of dollars on, do you really need that, right? How do you know when you're guilty of chasing these shiny objects? Oftentimes, brands and people spend way too much time on these social tools and technology that they don't even need. So you should not be investing time on these things until you actually know how and why you're going to use it. And yes, there may be time that we spend when we see a big announcement come out and you just have that gut feeling. You're like, I need to spend some time on this. This looks perfect. I know my audience is going to be hanging out there. I'm not saying don't do that, but prioritize that time. That doesn't mean you throw away a whole day that you were supposed to be doing production on something that was critical to your success path, something that clearly aligned to your goals and objectives. You really need to know how to say no more than you say yes, right? Know how to prioritize, know where you need to focus, and have some self-awareness to when you are spending too much time on shiny objects. When you're spending too much time maybe peeping over the fence and looking at your competition, how do you pull that back and say, you know what, I'm not going to waste time anymore? And we do a ton of work with L'Oreal and with Redken. We do a lot of work in the beauty industry. And, that's one of the things I'm always telling our students that are in our Social Profit Factor Training Academy. And when we do workshops and we train a lot with salons and with stylists and owners of these, small up to, very, very large multi-location salons. A stylist or an owner of any small business, all the way up to corporate enterprises, they never come to us and say, Pam, I have so much time and money. I cannot wait to spend my day on social media. Instead, they're like, when I ask them, how much time do you have every day to give to social media? Oftentimes, they'll look at me with just a face that just looks like a sad little dog. And they'll be like, I don't have any time. And then I ask them, how much time are you spending looking over that competitive fence at your competitors, whether they're local, national, and they say a lot. And then I say, okay, how much time are you looking at the people every day that you want to be like, right? The leaders in your industry. And they'll say a lot. Okay, so if you take even just those two sets of time that you're spending looking at competition and looking at leaders in your industry, that could potentially add up to a lot of time. So when you say you don't have time to do social media, what if you deleted or at least almost completely minimized the time on those two buckets, okay? Competition and top leaders in your industry. Instead of wishing you were like some of these people, why don't you go create your own plan? What a concept. Why don't you spend time on the right things that are going to help you be better than them, or be, to where you're seen as a leader, where you are establishing authority. Sitting there and constantly, having this imposter syndrome where you feel that everybody's better than you and you're not spending time on building up your own brand and your own business is only pushing you down further from results. So you need to have a reality check. And that's something that's included in that social media strategy kit I'm talking about when you register for our webinar at socialzoomfactor.com/246 webinar. One of the resources you're going to receive is a time worksheet as well as a goal worksheet. So you can prioritize how much time are you going to spend on social media every day. And I don't care if you were an owner of a company and you are super busy, or whether this is your day job that you are executing social for your company. You need to know how much time you actually have to spend on each specific tactic that you need to execute. Even if you were the one executing social for your team, maybe you're leading it and you have a supporting team, you still need to prioritize your time. And we do a lot of consulting and help and audits and reviews of social media strategies and plans and team structures, workshops, those types of things with our clients. And one thing we do, no matter what your role is take a look at how you're spending your time, because you may think you have all day to spend on social media, but in reality, you're pulled into meetings, you're pulled into other tactics. Maybe you're helping out at local events, or you're pulled into things that are not necessarily really social, digital, branding related. So you got to get real on really what that day job is versus the night job, those things that you're working on late at night that are really, you need to just balance priorities. If you're working till all hours of the night every single day, you're likely not as creative as you need to be during working hours. And anytime, with our team, as we're coaching them and our students and clients, I always tell them, I'd much rather see you work really smart, 4 to 6 hours of the day, and versus working 12 to 16 hours of the day, because you're likely going to burn yourself out, right? You need to work smarter, not just harder. It's not about, okay, I'm going to take on these new random acts of marketing that my boss just assigned me, and I'll just put in 4 more hours every day. How is that working for you? So I'm telling you, this is the number one reason you are not seeing the results that you want on social and digital and with your brand online. It is a noisy world out there. And the brands that are succeeding, the people that are succeeding, they may look like they're doing random acts of marketing. I mean, you may even go to our websites and our blogs and those types of things. I mean, I encourage you, go do a search on Google. Do a search for my personal name, Pam Marketing Nut. Okay. Pick your flavor of what platform you want to connect with me on, what content you want to consume of mine. If you go and you look at that, you may think, well, what is Pam talking about? She's doing nothing more than random acts of marketing. The truth is we're not. The truth is the things we're doing are very strategic. I mean, I create one piece of content, I use it over and over again. We are doing some very strategic things with some amazing brands. I have an online training academy of which we have, students enrolled. You can check it out at socialprofitfactor.com. There are some very strategic things we're doing that haven't even been really announced to the public that we're doing behind the scenes very strategically with the right clients. So that's why it's very dangerous when you are peeping over the fence, looking at what your competition is doing and spending so much time trying to be like them. You need your own plan because you don't know what they're doing strategically and tactically. You don't know the things that they're not doing that's not public. You're only seeing what's public, right? And that's one of the beautiful things about social media. We can see what our competition is doing. But I think one of the most risky things is seeing so many brands and leaders that just get so spun up on that. And the ones that are winning, I can tell you, they're not worrying about that. They're not checking you out every single day because they have their head down and they are doing what they need to do to win. And so I want you to have a mindset of winning. Plan your work and work your plan. You need to dream big. You need to work, at the tactical yet strategic level. So you need to dream big, but you need to have a plan that's going to help you achieve your goals. Okay. You have to put the rubber to the road when it comes to planning. You have to roll up your sleeves and do the work. If you are still looking for that social media easy button, guess what? Breaking news, it does not exist. You are never going to find it. And I have had so many people come up to me when I'm doing, keynote presentations and that type of thing and just say, Pam, you broke my heart. I realize that there is no social media easy button, and they'll give me a huge hug and they say, thank you. Like, I've realized that the only way I'm going to succeed is to roll up my sleeves and get to work. And I have met people that have spent years looking for that fast path, looking for, that quick shortcut that's going to get them there faster. And the truth is, there's no magic social media easy button. Yes, you need to find the right mentors. Yes, that's why we launched our Social Profit Factor Training Academy, because we provide that roadmap and that path. But we're not going to do the work for you, right? We give you the blueprint. We give you, the framework for which will help you build that strategy and plan, but you're going to have to do the work to get there. You know your audience. You know what your goals are. You have to figure out what social networks are going to be the right social networks for you, how you're going to deliver content, what mediums you're going to use, and how you're going to convert those conversations into real business. So no matter how you slice and dice this all goes back to starting with that plan. So I hope that this episode has helped you and maybe cracking that nut on why things are not working for you and why you can't give up. Just because it hasn't worked to date, you need to just kind of erase it. Don't spend too much time looking back. I want you to move forward and say, I am going to nail this. I'm going to develop a plan that works. There's no reason, no matter what industry you are in, that you should not be able to leverage social, digital marketing, and branding to be able to grow your business. Okay. And your first step is going to be to register for that webinar. Head on over to socialzoomfactor.com/246 webinar. And even if we're past the live date for the training, as long as it's still available, you should be able to still access the recording of that replay. So I wish you the greatest of success, and I hope that you nail that strategy and that you really figure out the reasons that are driving your negative impact and not achieving your goals. You got this.
If you're ready to zoom your business and zoom your life, then don't let the end of this episode be the end of your journey. Visit socialzoomfactor.com/zoom for incredible free resources and guides. And be sure to join the Social Zoom Factor mailing list so you never miss an episode. We'll see you next time on Social Zoom Factor.